Celine Song is a pretty remarkable storyteller, as anybody who saw her 2023 film Past Lives knows. For her latest, a much more specifically mainstream film called Materialists, Dakota Johnson plays Lucy. She is a matchmaker for a high-end Manhattan boutique, and she is attending the wedding of a couple that she has personally brokered. When she's there, she runs into her former boyfriend of several years, 5 years at least, played by Chris Evans, that slouch. And at the same time, she meets the brother of the groom, Harry, who is a unicorn. He is good looking and wealthy and single, and he's played by Pedro Pascal. And right away, you know that when they talk about what she does, which is check boxes and the math of a relationship, and that she's brokering deals, the business language that Song uses in the film, you know that we are pitting sort of something much more businesslike with the unruly nature of true love. And so you kind of have an idea where it's going. But what's fascinating is the way it gets there. You were never asked to dislike anybody. You love Pedro Pascal's character. He's a great guy. He's a really good dude. And I think what Song is really looking at is the way we mischaracterize love, and how truly, because they point out their very first marriage was undoubtedly a business deal, as it had been for many, many centuries afterwards. But I think what I like about this movie, one of the things, is that it looks at how it is actually a bit different now that women have some agency. And a lot of the time in this movie is spent, and this might make some male viewers uncomfortable, talking about men in a way that sees them as a commodity, comparing one to another. Now, it's not just men who are treated in this way. Lucy has male clients as well, and they talk about their females that they're looking for in a very similar way that, of course, eventually is so grating and horrible that she realizes she kind of hates all of her clients, and maybe she's going to throw caution to the wind. And it's interesting the whole time, because you're never entirely certain where it's going because of the way Song kind of upends the cliches of this genre of film. And because of the really, really good performances, especially by Dakota Johnson, who's always very reliable. Chris Evans is really good in this too, but Pedro Pascal is just an absolute gem in this movie. And so you find yourself kind of rooting for him. And when has that ever happened, that you root for the rich guy who, you know, doesn't really love anybody? I just love the way Song compares the business idea of marriage with the idea of love, and looks at it in a way that is much more contemporary, but still very romantic. Materialist comes out June 13th, Friday the 13th. If you're not planning to watch a scary movie, I think that you could not do much better than seeing this gem, Materialists.